Well, it is another afternoon and we're back out at the little spot we found that we reckon was another tent site, where we found the locket and the ring and all that. It's windy, so I'll try and turn my back to the wind. But I'm going to go over this spot as thoroughly as I can, just sort of make out a boundary in my mind where I want to search. There's no pegs or anything, but anyway, I'm just sort of started scouting around, and I've got a signal here that it's only one bar down, but some nice numbers. Only one bar down. So we're going to see what it is. It may just be a bit of rubbish, bit of can or something, but it's only not very far down, whatever it is. And I was sort of right, it's a bit of rubbish. So I was actually half expecting that, but if I didn't film it, it would have been a shilling or something. We'll see what this one is. Hopefully we've got it, and we have, and it is another shotgun top. There we go. Now down here we had some pretty iffy sort of good bad numbers, and I was saying it was fairly deep, but when I dug it, it came out pretty quick. So I'd say she was on an edge, but can you see something kind of looking nice there? Kind of looking like a threepence. Better keep the camera on him in case he escapes. I reckon she's a British one. So we'll give him a quick wash and probably zoom you out so we're not wobbling everywhere. We'll give him a wash and we'll see what date we've got. That was another little iffy signal that turned out good. The last one I dug that was iffy was a rivet. And there we have a little threepence. A bit hard to read. Can't see much there. Anyway, 18, I think it's 86. It's either 88 or 86. But she's not really showing up too well there. I think it's 86. And we have Queen Victoria there. The bunhead. You can see her a bit better. If we can get it on the right angle without it slipping off my knee. Anyway, Queen Victoria there. Anyway, 1886 I do believe, but I will confirm that later. Well, I've been digging a lot of rivets, so a lot of horse gear rivets, and then we have this one, which is also horse gear, I do believe, but it's a bit nicer than a rivet. That is a rosette, I think they're called, and made out of, I don't know what they're made out of, but like a leady, pewtery sort of stuff, and would have had two pins there that bent over in the leather, but they're quite interesting. It's all different designs. A lot of them have a chain sort of design around here, and you do quite well. When I say quite often, I haven't found one for ages now, but they do pop up now and then. Plug there. Can't see the screen. 26, 28. Around those numbers. Is it going to be a sixpence? Well, I can't see anything yet. It's probably going to be a rivet washer. Hang on. I think she's dropped out. There she is. And she's not going to be a rivet washer, she's going to be a rivet washer and a rivet. Oh, there we go. A few of those around too. Pretty shallow signal here. I'm pretty sure it was going to be a can, but it is a... Get my shadow right in the thing there. And go around this side. It is another piece, probably of the same clock I found last afternoon. Another one of the plates with a cog intact. So that'll always be a good signal, especially as that one wasn't very far down. Well, it's not a shotgun shell this time, it's one of those ones. So find those everywhere out here. Had some good numbers here. It was a little bit jumpy, but then all the signals out here, the majority of them seem to be jumpy. Anyway, it's in the bottom of the plug, which is always nice when that happens. Sorry about the shadow, I'm just trying to keep the wind out of the microphone. Got some sort of oblong brassy thing with WTH on it. So don't know what that is, but let's pry it up here, see if we can get more of a clue what it might be. It's really stuck on here. Oh dear, there we go. Try and get him in the sunlight. WTH. Now, it's been riveted onto something. Really should zoom you out again. So, not sure if that's someone's initials or whether it stands for something. So, I'd nearly say it's someone's initials, so WTH. Don't know. Anyway, it's still a rather unusual and cool little find, so we'll see how that cleans up, but I doubt we'll ever know whose initials they are. Anyway, maybe it was off a saddle or something, leather, some kind of leather gear. Anyway, not a bad find. Had a, I forget now exactly what it was, 17, 16 sort of numbers. I thought, oh yeah, that's either a saw medallion-y thing or a rivet. But I think that is actually a, I'm going to say a collar stud or something of the sort. Could be way off the mark. In fact, I may be wrong. Don't quite know what that is. It's hollow, sort of. It's got a bit on there, which made me think of some kind of stud, but maybe it was more of a pin, and it's missing the iron spike in there. So, you know, it could have been a hat pin or something. Don't know. Anyway, we'll clean it up when we get home. I thought it was actually pearl, sort of white pearl in there, but maybe it's just some kind of silver stuff. It's just a bit dirty. Anyway, we'll clean that up at home. I'm not exactly sure what that is, so if you know, you can let me know. But it's some kind of anyway, I reckon it's off some kind of human clothing accessory, so you know, something a bit unusual. Had some good little numbers down here. I was digging away, getting deeper and deeper, and it was getting harder and harder, and I was thinking, what on earth is this? Then this popped up, which, you know, what is that? Thought it was a squashed lipstick tube on first sighting, but if we look at the back, got that. So I only reckon that is a keyhole cover. So So give them a clean and see if there's anything on here. There may not be, but anyway, and then we'll check our hole and fill it in. Well, I don't think there's anything on there, but I will give it a bit more of a clean at home. But anyway, could be just a plain one. Well, I had some good numbers down here, and I sort of lost the signal, and I was hunting around with the pin pointer, finally found it sort of in the wall, and threw it out, and we are right there. So I'm not certain whether it's edge or might be on its edge, but I reckon we do have another threepence. So we'll put him aside. I'll just check this hole again. I'll give him a clean, and we will be back. Well, she is a little bit wet and dirty still, but trying to get the wind out of the way and the sun on it, but it's a bit hard. Anyway, the wind's died down a bit now, so hopefully we can get in here. But that is a 1901, a bit hard to read there, 1901 Queen Victoria with a veil on somewhere there. A bit hard to see. I'm wondering if these have been burnt or something. They're pretty tarnished. Anyway, 1901 little threepence, so jolly cool. Tell you what, I won't know myself when I can film with no wind. Just every time you start filming, you got to remember to try and put your back into the wind. I've got a beautiful signal here. You know, around the 28, 26. Jumping up into 30 now and again, so you're going to see what this one is. Don't really know. Anyway, there's always one way to find out. I'll dig it up and see exactly what it is. I'm starting to second guess myself, because sometimes these good jumpy signals are good, sometimes they're just a rivet or something. Anyway, that's going to crumble to bits, so cannot see anything, but we'll find out where it's gone. Still in our hole. I'll try and get a bit more of this out. It's quite compacted in spots over here. Then you'll get one spot that just sinks in. Anyway, let's see if we've got it now. Still in our hole. As I said, the signals here are quite often deeper, but right smack bang in the middle of our hole by the looks. I don't think it's too far away now. Just got to loosen it up. And see what we can find here. I reckon I've got to have it somewhere in here. Or it could be that thing. So what is that? I reckon I know. I reckon that is a surround off a door handle. Cupboard handle or something. Pretty sure there's a hole in there, but she's just caked full of dirt. Anyway, we won't worry about her too much now. Anyway, good signal and quite a common little find. I have found one of these before at a house site, and got another one now. Pretty crumbly, but it says there, handy grip shaving stick, Colgate Company, New York, USA. I don't know whether it exactly said that, but I know it was a shaving stick. Anyway, it's like a, I don't know, containery thing, which I'm not sure how it worked, but must have a stick of some sort in it. So anyway, Colgate shaving stick. So they're a bit sort of fragile and crumbling to bits, but anyway, rather a cool old thing. I reckon there's been rubbish buried or burnt here. A lot of little signals and bits and pieces, but we've got a nice one here. So we're going to see what it is. It's actually a bit softer here, which is nice. Just see if you pop up close. Don't know if we've got him or not. I'll just have a look. I think he's in here. He does sound a bit jumpy, so he could be a rivet. Don't know where he is. Don't know. Might be looking in the wrong spot, I think. Believe he's still down that hole somewhere. So actually, that will be it right there. And that looks like one of those keyhole covers, but a bigger one and broken. So what on earth was there? So many padlocks. Or am I misreading them and there's something else? Well, I don't know if that's got writing on it, but we will clean it up when we get home. Anyway, I don't know why there's so many padlock cover things here. What is that? Third or fourth one. I really don't know what it is with locks and lock covers and that around here. There's another one, another keyhole. So anyway, I'm sort of wondering whether when they, I don't know, packed up the show here, whether when they demolished the more permanent buildings, whether they pushed them over here or buried them here or something, and that's why there's so many locks. There's sort of bricks and burnt stuff, and you know, so maybe this is where they dumped all the remains of the buildings at the show. But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, there's certainly enough locks and lock covers things here. Well, I found bottle caps and rivets and all that sort of stuff, and we've got a nice signal here, so this one's pretty nice. We're going to see what it is. Why am I starting to doubt my coins here? I'm seeing something. Don't know what it is. May even just be a bit of wire. I don't know. We're following our theme, and we've got another lock piece. That one is off a door, I'd say. Beautiful big one too. Anyway, it's one of the bigger size ones. So it wasn't a coin, but it's still not a bad find. Get quite a collection of those up after a while. Well, I've got high hopes for this one. I could be disappointed, but I've got a lovely signal. Right up to 33, 34. out. But we're not going to get our silver. Going to get a piece of copper pipe, which has been crimped over on the end there. Anyway, it could have been. Well, every time I think I've got a coin lately, it's been a bit of rubbish, so we don't know what we're going to get here, but let's give this one a try. 23, 24. Nice signal. Let's see what it is. And up she comes. Question is, where is it? In our plug, somewhere here. Let's see where it is. Not there. In this one, and I believe I can see. Can't see the phone through here, but I believe I can see something right there. So what is that? That looks already like a silver. It's sixpence. I think it is. Anyway, that is cool. I'm kind of half thinking it was going to be a washer, but I believe we've got a sixpence, so we'll give that one a clean up and see what date we've got. Well, she's pretty smooth, this one. I can see on this side, can't see through the phone there, but I can see Queen Victoria there, bun head, but on the other side she's pretty smooth. I can't really make out anything, but we'll have a better look when I get home. But anyway, a worn Vicky bun head sixpence, so not bad also. Well, we didn't get much further on, and we've got another signal, and it is the same sort of numbers, so possibly another sixpence, possibly, maybe not. And it isn't. It is a jolly rivet this time. Pretty sure that'll be our signal. Anyway, I thought it might have been on a sixpence streak, but not to be. Well, what do we reckon? Rivet or coin? About a 23. Can't quite see where. Not in that one. In here. What is that? I know what that is. It is a little bottle cap. Found one of those back a fair way. So I don't know what they were off. But anyway. Had some good little numbers down here. And I thought I'd dig it this time. Just to make sure it wasn't rubbish. And have to excuse my shadow, but I'm trying to block the wind a bit. But if we lift up this little clod here, what is that under there? Looks rather silverish and rather threepenny size. That may even be a George one. Anyway, we'll clean it up and find out, I guess. And there we have a 1927 coat of arms threepence, which is a little bit more modern than the ones I've been finding in this area. And George V, although you can't really see him there. Anyway, that side's alright. So another silver. Brilliant. Gotta love the amount of silvers in this spot. I mean, there's got to be a few coppers somewhere, but I just seem to be picking up the silvers, which is brilliant. Well, had a 1718 here, not too far from where I got the threepence, and don't know what it is, but it's looking reasonably interesting. Thinking button, and it is. It's got a loop on the back. So, don't know what that is. It could be a Vic Grail one, but I don't think so. Anyway, it's cool. Give it a clean and see what we've got. Well, I'm not 100% sure what that is, letter-wise. Pretty sure it's letter. It's either FR or the owl. I don't know. Anyway, could be just a pattern, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be some letters, so I don't know. I haven't really cleaned the back. I'll wait till I get home and maybe that'll give us a clue, but anyway, it's not a Victorian railway one, but I just can't quite decide which way up it is. I think it might be that way. Anyway, we'll see it a bit later and see if we can work out what it says, but that is beautiful. So certainly not one I've found before. In here we've got a 2930, so you can see what it is. It's a bit of blue crockery coming up with it. Anyway, we can only hope it's something good. But I reckon it's going to be a little bung. Anyway, well, I was sort of half heading back to the car. Phone's going flat. Anyway, I went back to the car and got my charger, and I had a 30 numbers here. Sort of starting to head back towards the car, but I might stay a bit longer now because our 30 number was that juicy thing there, which I am going to suggest is a shilling. And I don't know, I can see a coat of arms on it. Anyway, I'll have it clean and we'll see what date we've got there. I reckon I can see 1911. So that is pretty cool. Tarnished, but otherwise really nice shilling. 1911. The other side's a bit less nice, but George the Fifth. It's beautiful. We found a shilling. Well, I was chasing some 2021s down here, and there's a bit of rusty, platey stuff in there, and I still had a signal, so I was digging the hole a bit wider, and suddenly that popped up, which looks like our first copper for the afternoon, and a halfpenny at that. I think very crusty. And I reckon it's going to be a bit of a tough one to see. I'd nearly say it's a Britannia, but I can't be sure. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is a veiled Queen Victoria there. So, for the sake of time, we'll clean that up at home and get a date there. But it's going to be probably early 1900, around there. Anyway, I'll keep going, see what else we can find. I've sort of found another little spot with a few coins on the way back to the car. Sort of just past where I found all the locket and that, so sort of in the same area, just a bit further afield. Anyway, well, we are heading back to the car, so I don't know if this will be the last hole, but I had sort of good numbers in here. And down the bottom of this hole, rather like a sixpence. So that's cool. Another one before we get back to the car. So, don't know if I'll bother cleaning this up or if I'll just try and see a date here. Well, I think I'm going to have to clean it up, so I'll quickly clean it up and I'll see what we can see. I don't know why I said sixpence, I think. Oh, maybe it is a sixpence. I'm a bit confused with the sizes now, but that is a sixpence. I can see there 1890 down the bottom there. I don't know if you can see it, which is Queen Victoria with a veil. So anyway, we're running out of time, so I'll keep going, but you'll probably see that a bit better at the end of the video. Well, we are back again out at the showground. We're giving this place a bit of a run for its money, quite literally. We're getting the money. Well, I've come back to this spot where I've been concentrating on, and I believe last time I was here I found the shilling just here somewhere. And I'm scouting around this area a bit more, and I've come across a signal here. Really nice signal. Kind of hoping it may be a little silver sixpence, but we'll see. So we're gradually whittling down the signals. Once again, it's a bit of a windy day, so I'm going to put up with that again. Well, that's a bit of glass. And what is that? You know what I reckon that is going to be? It's going to be a 2 cent, isn't it? Or is it? Yes, it is. So there we go. 2 cent. They will ring up at 27, 28. Anyway, it's our first coin. Had a 13 down here, and I've got a painted button. Still got the black on it. Don't know if it will have anything written on it, but you may be able to see. I think it has actually got something written there, so I'll give it a clean and we'll see if we can read it. Well, there's definitely something on there, but I don't for the life of me can see what it says or anything. Looks a bit strange. Anyway, don't know what it is. Anyway, it's a little painted brass button, so not bad. We'll see if we can decipher a bit more of it at home. Well, we had an 1819 sort of signal here, and if we zoom in there, that looks rather like a little pendant of some sort. Rather cool. Sorry, I'll put this in the frame, but anyway, so it's got a goldy gleam to it, but I think possibly it's just gold gilded. But anyway, we'll give her a clean and we'll see how she comes up. So I'll be back in a tick. Well, I can't see any markings on it, so it may even be a more recent drop, but you know, she's still got the gold coating or whatever it is on there. So I'll have a better look later, but I don't think it's gold. I think it's more of just a bit of bling. But anyway, nonetheless, it's quite a cool little find, and you know, always good to find something a bit different. Well, I had some 20 numbers down here, and we may have struck a little threepence. Or I hope we haven't struck it, but I think that's what that is. So I'll give him a clean and see if we can see anything on him. Well, that one is completely worn off the map, so cannot see anything on it at all. So I'll have to study it a bit further at home, but as far as I can see, she's as smooth as smooth.